emotional patterns I inherited, and how I'm rewriting them. I've come to realize that some of the ways I react emotionally aren't entirely my own. They were inherited, patterns learned from family, culture, and environment. Impatience, anxiety, people-pleasing, avoidance of conflict. These behaviors once felt automatic, as if they were simply who I was. But over time, I noticed how these inherited patterns were shaping my relationships, decisions, and sense of self, often in ways I didn't want. Rewriting them became essential for my growth. The first step was awareness. I started observing my emotional reactions without judgment. When I felt anxious, angry, or defensive, I asked, "Is this mine, or is it a pattern I absorbed?" This awareness allowed me to separate inherited tendencies from conscious choice, giving me space to respond rather than react. Next came understanding. I explored the origins of these patterns, why my family expressed emotions a certain way, how cultural norms influenced my beliefs, and what I learned from early experiences. Understanding the why doesn't excuse behaviors, but it creates compassion for myself and others while providing insight into how to change them. Then I practiced rewiring. I experimented with new emotional responses, mindful pauses, journaling, therapy, and conscious self-talk. For example, instead of defaulting to people-pleasing, I practiced setting boundaries. Instead of reacting with impatience, I learned to pause, breathe, and respond with awareness. Repetition strengthened new patterns until they began to feel natural. Finally, I embraced patience and self-compassion. Emotional rewiring takes time, and I remind myself that lapses are not failures. They are opportunities to practice awareness and choice. Each intentional response weakens old patterns and reinforces new ones, gradually reshaping my emotional landscape. The emotional patterns I inherited shaped me in subtle, powerful ways. By observing, understanding, and intentionally rewriting them, I reclaim emotional autonomy, strengthen self-awareness, and create healthier, more authentic ways of relating to myself and others. Growth, I've learned, often begins with untangling what was passed down so I can respond from who I choose to be, not just who I was taught to be.